As spring breakers head south and air travel is surging, health officials urge people to continue practicing public safety measures.
Erie Insurance Arena is allowing spectators back into the stands for the first time in a year. Find out how the NCAA Women's Frozen Four tournament is operating this year.
Wanting a sweet treat? Well, today we talked to people from Hurry Ho Farm and others who are excited about maple syrup.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
New at 11, millions of Americans are on the move, thousands of them in Texas and Florida for spring break celebrations. How health officials fear this could lead to another surge in cases and warn everyone to continue practicing public health measures such as mask wearing and social distancing. Here's ABC's Zoring Shah with the details.
More than a year into the pandemic, and many Americans appear ready for life to return to normal. The TSA just broke a record, over 1.3 million travelers during one single day this weekend, the most since March 15th of last year. Downtown Savannah, Georgia, packed with visitors celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Try to have fun, while living in the midst of this pandemic, it is challenging, but, try to still have some sense of normalcy.
Thousands are flocking to beaches in Texas and Florida. Police in Miami Beach working overtime to control the crowds. Florida's governor has signed an executive order canceling fines issued by local governments related to COVID-19 restrictions. One mayor disagreeing with Florida's governor.
I don't disagree with what you're doing in principle. I think you're doing it too early.
Dr. Anthony Fauci telling CNN caution is needed as states ease restrictions and lift mask mandates.
By the time we get into the early summer, we really will have a considerable degree of normality, but we don't want to let that escape from our grasp by being too precipitous and pulling back.
President Biden using the symbolism of July 4th to persuade Americans to get vaccinated.
That will make this Independence Day something truly special, where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus.
The CDC reporting 2.98 million vaccines administered Saturday, a new record. More than 105 million doses now administered, on track to have the majority of Americans vaccinated by summer. Meanwhile, just days after signing the $1.9 trillion relief package, the president is preparing for what is being called the Help is Here tour. Those $1,400 COVID relief checks have already begun showing up in people's bank accounts, and now the administration wants to let people know what other benefits are available to them. Zoring Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Erie Insurance Arena getting fans back into the stadium this week after a year of hosting no events. It's good news tonight at 11 o'clock. Chelsea Swift joins us in the control room with more about the NCAA Women's Ice Hockey Tournament. Chelsea?
Hi, Brian. Despite the capacity being limited to 700 fans, some people are saying this will bring visitors not only to the game, but to support local businesses. The NCAA canceling winter championships about a year ago in March of 2020. Not only can women's college hockey teams from all across the country compete for a national championship this winter, but they'll be able to do so here in Erie. Mercyhurst University and the Erie Sports Commission delivering on their plans to host the 8-team field at Erie Insurance Arena for the week-long event.
We're fortunate that we had the CHA women's tournament last weekend here, and now the NCAA championship. Erie has sort of become the epicenter of women's collegiate hockey here in March.
Starting Monday, March 15th, the Frozen Four championship games will go through Friday, March 20th.
We discovered about 2 months ago that the NCAA had intentions to have the whole tournament come to Erie and not just 4 teams, and we thought that was tremendous. It's a great thing for Erie.
Some people are saying this NCAA tournament will help the local community, both athletes and spectators contributing to local businesses.
It's brought wonderful energy to the hotel. Occupancy's up. They are eating here, so it's great having that revenue brought in.
Calusi says several area hotels and downtown restaurants and bars are excited for the games to start.
We're just excited to bring sports and entertainment and life back down to downtown Erie.
For those attending games, mask wearing and social distancing will be enforced, and concessions will not be open at the arena. Brian?
Chelsea Swift reporting. Thank you very much. Here now is a look at the latest COVID-19 cases for Erie, the surrounding region, and across the state. The State Department of Health reporting 34 new positive cases today. The total now stands at 18,110. Crawford County reporting 6 new cases. Warren County reporting no new cases today. Ashtabula County is up 3. Chautauqua County continues to report a total of 7,775. Across Pennsylvania, 1,914 new COVID-19 cases reported, raising the total to over 966,000. Here's a look at the latest vaccination efforts. Erie County, 87,784 vaccinations have been administered. In Crawford County, the number is 31,862, and in Warren County, 9,522 shots have been given. Across Pennsylvania, over 3.6 million people have now been vaccinated. And your local vaccination headquarters is yourerie.com. Look for this logo on our website for the latest information on where and how you can sign up for a COVID-19 vaccination. An update on an Erie surgeon and his fight against the devastating effects of COVID-19. UPMC Hammett surgeon Dr. Carl Sion had a double lung transplant last month after his lungs were destroyed by COVID-19. On Facebook, his wife Anita is reporting that yesterday Carl did a PT test. He had to walk for 6 minutes, and she says he passed it, but it was very difficult, saying every day Carl is becoming more and more like himself. Carl said the only thing he remembers about the coma is that God told him he would not die. Edinboro favorite Hurry Hill Farm is not letting the pandemic stop them from a yearly tradition. Julia Hazel reports on their 18th annual Maple Taste and Tour, but looked a little different this year. Due to the pandemic, it was drive-through, but also included a socially distant trail.
It's the grand opening for maple season at the Hurry Hill Maple Farm, and one customer says she attends every year.
I'm a regular here at Maple Hill. I like to support local business.
The farm not only makes maple syrup, but uses it to make condiments and beauty products.
The lip gloss is a treat for a wedding coming up in the near future. So I am making a big purchase today and enjoying a perfect day.
You can enjoy the walking trail that gives you the sweet experience of looking at the maple trees and where they make the syrup.
I'm excited to go down and walk on a nice day all the way down to the trail, look at the Sugar Shack where they do the making of it.
But one special tree makes the sweetest maple syrup.
There are several maple trees that you can tap. We like to tap the sugar maple because it has the highest sugar content.
Now it takes 40 gallons of sap to be boiled down in this evaporator to condense 1 gallon of maple syrup. And why enjoying a tasty treat is helpful for local businesses.
Always a good idea to support our local people, and these are good people. We have a lot of good people here in Edinboro, and I try to do that on a regular basis. So.
Julia Hazel, Jet 24 Action News.
Maple syrups, let's try that again, Craig. Maple syrup season in full swing. There we go. Got it out. Hey, another day with some sunshine.